Hello world, this is Brenda, Lost Aspie Girl. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while, but I think after I got diagnosed I felt a great deal of relief, but then I felt a lot of depression, which I'll get into in another video. And for right now I just wanted to talk about something different. I was talking to a friend of mine who's neurotypical about gender identity and our relationship with clothing. And she was telling me, for herself, her clothing is like a form of armor for her. That she has this like super version of herself, and she wears clothes to kind of manifest that part of herself. For me, it's very different. For me, like when I was a little girl, I wanted to be a boy, and when I realized that wasn't going to happen, and as I got older, as my body became very feminine, I realized if I was going to be a girl, then I was going to own being a girl. I was going to be, even if I felt very masculine in my head and all the things that I like are very masculine, like I like owning swords and reading comic books and watching sci-fi and stuff like that, I was going to look feminine on the outside. But the thing about that is, because I feel very masculine in my head, and because I also feel like sometimes like a little rambunctious girl, and I definitely don't feel like an adult, like that manifests as me being very feminine, but also not always dressing, I guess, the way I'm supposed to, because sometimes NT rules of propriety don't always make sense to me. Like, a good example of that is like if I'm over my parents' house and I walk around with just a t-shirt on and undies, like I get in trouble. My parents say that's not appropriate, especially in front of my niece and nephew. Yet I'll go to the pool with them and have a bathing suit on, and that seems okay, even though it's way more revealing. But because it's the designated attire for that situation, all of a sudden it becomes okay, even though I'm showing off more, and that doesn't make any sense in my head. It doesn't make any sense to me why, like, I'm just gonna say things how they are. Like, if a girl has breasts and she shows clearly why she's not, like, why that's inappropriate. If you, these are things that make you who you are, and like especially someone who feels very masculine in the head and inside their head, like in my mind, it's like, why would I want to hide the things that make me look feminine if on the outside, if I have a very feminine body, why wouldn't I own that? Or like, and why do people define people so much by the way they dress? Like in the email that she wrote me, she explained that she feels more confident sometimes when she dresses a certain way. But I was like, why is your confidence level more indicative of the way you look than your knowledge base or your understanding of something? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. For me, my dress, like, if I'm confident, I dress more. If I'm feeling confident that day, I'll dress more confidently. If I'm feeling more insecure, then I'll dress down, because I'll want to feel invisible, and it has nothing to do with whatever it is I'm going to be doing in the outside world. And that's where the trouble arises, because as I've gotten older, I've gotten better at gauging what is appropriate and what is not appropriate. But I mean, usually like how I'm feeling inside is how I dress on the outside. Like if I'm feeling a little girl, I wear my hair in pigtails. Or like if usually like for the feminine stuff, it's like usually I'm feeling very masculine, and I want to balance that out. I want to balance the masculinity in my head with my feminine side. So like I'll wear heels or something like that. But like I said, it doesn't always translate to like the venue or the occasion or whatever it is that I'm attending. So like sometimes I'll overdress for something, or I'll underdress for something, because it's way more based in what makes me feel comfortable than how I think other people are going to perceive me in that outfit. I don't think I have a very good gauge of how people see me, and that's difficult. And I don't understand why. Like, I was reading this book, and I've mentioned it in a video before, called A Field Guide to Understanding Earthlings. And in one part of the book, the author discusses clothing and how clothing are used to kind of, once again, like as a means to an end, to send a message, like, or like if they're not feeling confident, like be confident, or or like to show, like if you're more conservative, to show you're more conservative, or if you're more like, and that seems like very deceptive and superficial. I mean, and I don't think that just because you like looking a certain way sometimes it means that you're super, like, that just means it makes you feel good sometimes, maybe to put like some lip gloss on, or to comb your hair, or maybe on other days it doesn't feel good to do that. And I don't understand why that isn't more of not an option, but why that is wrong. Because I don't really look at people that way. I don't say like, this person is dressed this way and so they must be this. I like to give people I want to get to know people. I judge people, I gauge people, I assess people more via their actions than the words that they use or the way they dress. Those things seems like they're just like trappings, external trappings that don't mean anything. Like, it makes me think of that line from The Breakfast Club when Michael C. Hall, or Michael Anthony Hall says, they see us as they want to see us, using the simplest terms and the most convenient definitions. I feel like that's how the world often looks at us. They don't want to see past like our mortal coil, or what you want to go, or the clothing, the external trappings, to get to know the person inside of you. And I say F those people. If they don't want to find out who I really am, then they're probably not worth knowing anyway, right? I don't know. So that's my message for today. Hopefully I'll make a new video soon. I'm not gonna make any promises like I have before. Thanks for listening. Peace out, everybody, and have a good day.